All beneath your feet, with a whisper in the trees. Feel this magic. Do you feel it? Come. Okay. Enough of that. Okay.
Now I think I'm officially ready, man. Oh, hold on. Where am I? I'm not on the screen. Wait a second. Hold a goddamn minute. Why am I not on the screen, man? Come on, man. Get it together, Portal. Come on. Okay. Now, I think I am officially I think I'm officially ready. I'm officially ready to talk that. Let's get into some news and some politics and some shit that's going on. We gonna start this shit off with the banger. I've been wanting to do this story for a few days now, and I haven't really had time doing everything else I'll be doing in life. But I think it's important to keep an eye on this because the story has progressed since I first heard about it. Right, it is progressively getting worse. This is the story right here, man. Horror of outbreak of COVID-induced black fungus that rots off limbs in India. Now, I did this story. I did cover this briefly on a few episodes ago of Politics as Usual. But since last week, and I first brought you this story when it first hit, this shit is becoming a problem because well, let me go ahead and read it, and then we're going to talk about why this is going to be potentially a huge goddamn problem, right? You need to be checking out them videos I'm dropping because I'm dropping all this shit in the videos. And this is, of course, going to keep you and your family safe if you're not up on these type of events. But it says an outbreak of a deadly black fungus that rots away COVID patients' limbs and doubles the death rate has been detected in Delhi. Doctors in the state have said patients who contract the killer infection only have a 50% survival rate. And they're out there in India suffering. That's why I just was talking to somebody yesterday, if you remember, came into the chat from India, and they act like everything was all good in India. But India is a huge goddamn country, so I would probably think maybe in the part they were in, right, it was probably right. But in some parts, their limbs are falling off. Infections known as mucormycosis have resulted in the loss of eyesight, and some patients have had to have their noses and jaw bones removed. The hospitals in Delhi are seeing more cases of the black fungus due to the increasing number of patients with COVID-19. Dr. Manish Munjal, senior surgeon at the Sir Ganga Ram Hospital, told The Independent, "We are seeing a rise again in the dangerous fungus infection triggered by COVID-19. Last year, this deadly infection caused high mortality and many patients suffering with eye loss and the removal of their noses and jawbone." A doctor in Delhi said that the COVID-19 spread was a rise from patients falling ill with the black fungus was flagged last year when 12 cases were seen in just 15 days. Okay, so basically, it says these mold live throughout the environment, mainly affects people who have health problems or take medicine that lower their ability to fight germs and sicknesses. So that means if you already got immune disease or some type of immune deficiency, you are at high risk for this disease. And the reason I wanted to read this shit about this black fungus, right? It says, let me just go ahead and finish it off where it says the symptoms of this rhinocerebral sinus and brain mucormycosis include headache, one-sided facial swelling, nasal and sinus congestion, black lesions on the nasal bridge or upper inside of the mouth that quickly become more severe, and fever. The symptoms of pulmonary lung mucormycosis include fever, cough, chest pain, and shortness of breath. Symptoms of gastrointestinal mucormycosis include abdominal pain, nausea, and vomiting, or gastrointestinal bleeding. Okay, so goddamn, and that is 3 different forms. So you can get it in your what? So you can get it in your cerebellum, you can get it in your goddamn, you can get it in your lungs, or you can get it in your digestive tract. Goddamn, none of those sound good to me, right? None of those sound good. I don't want no black fungus in my lungs, in my cerebellum. Oh my goddamn, I don't want it in my cerebral, my pulmonary. I don't want it in my gastrointestinal. I don't want that shit. Oh goddamn! I don't even know which one I would choose if I had a choice. Where would I take this black fungus at? Since there have been 6 cases of this black fungus in the past 2 days at Serganja, and the cases are being reported in other hospitals also. In many, it affects the brain, sinus, or eyes, but can be found anywhere in the body. The fungus attacks individuals with low immune systems and decreased blood sugar levels, according to Dr. Gaurav Kumar, a resident doctor at the Ram Hospital. So there you go, man. It says it typically poses no serious threat to people with healthy immune systems. So if you got a now, the reason I brung this story up is because this black fungus coronavirus that is 50 times more deadly has now been found in the UK. So it has traveled from India and now is in the UK. And I would say it's only and I think they just opened up travel. Okay, hold on a second. I got to take this call. I will be right back, people. Hello, what's up with you, baby?
Hello.
You made it.
Hey.
You made it up out of there?
Yeah. I was just about to call you, and I thought you called me first.
Yeah, I called you first. That's right. What, you was in the shower or something?
No, I was finding my school clothes.
Did you eat?
Yeah.
What you ate?
I had some place called.
Oh, you ate out?
Yeah.
Oh, happy to be home, huh?
Yeah.
So you be acting crazy about being home. Now you but happy to be home. Now you dying to get in that bed, huh? You get you some sleep tonight. Don't be up all night. I know you tired, so I know I ain't got to tell you that tonight. One more day, baby. Oh, no, 2 more days. You got one more day of this after school thing, though, right?
Huh?
I said you just got one more day of this after school program thing for this week, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to go on Friday. All right, so one more day, one more day. All right, well, I just wanted to tell you I love you. I miss you. Sweet dreams. Get you a good night's sleep, and I'm going to call you and wake you up in the morning for school. You hear me?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. It sounds like everything good. I know you're happy to be home. All right. I love you, okay?
I love you too.
All right. Sweet dreams. Mwah.
Mwah.
All right, man. You know, sometimes duty calls, man, as a father. Now, where was I at? This is why I be keeping, see, for my little ones. You see what I'm saying? This is why I got to keep up on shit, man. I got to keep up on knowing when there's going to be black fungus that can rot off limbs and shit. See, when you got kids, you pay attention to shit that's going on because it falls upon and it's incumbent upon you to protect them, right? That's what happens when you become a protector of someone. Becoming a parent is becoming a protector of someone until they're able to fend for themselves. So this is why I try to give this information and put it out there. So even if you don't have kids yet, you might want to get into the start training yourself and get into the habit of knowing what the hell's going on around you, because one day you may have to protect somebody. And there's no better way to protect somebody than to have the proper, correct information, right? Without the proper information, without the facts, without the correct information and knowing what the hell's going on, you can't even protect your damn self. So this is why we do this, man. But like I was saying, this black fungus virus has now been found in the UK. The European Union has just opened up travel between America and the between America and themselves for those people who are vaccinated, right? I seen the story about that. So you can potentially have people going now because they're going to be traveling abroad. It's going to be here soon enough. I wouldn't even know why would they start opening up travel, vaccine and no vaccine, while there's a goddamn COVID-19 that's 50% more contagious or has a 50% more mortality rate. You have a 50% more chance of them dying. And then you decide to open up travel before we get the science. But I did read that said that I think the Moderna and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is supposed to work at a high efficacy rate against this Indian variant. But the problem with that is that the shit is spreading so rapid in India that these variants are going to be popping up. Who knows how many variants there are now? We just know about the variants that they know about, and one of these variants have become even more contagious than the African virus, even more contagious than the UK virus, which was 2 of the worst viruses we had. Now it's mutated even further to be more dangerous. And who knows what other type of variants may be lurking under the surface. So I don't see why the hell would people be opening up travel. And like I say, just because the vaccine is effective against the variants that they are testing it against now, does not mean the vaccine will hold up and wind up being effective against the variants that will come tomorrow. And then if you find out that the damn vaccine is not effective against variants that may come tomorrow, then it'll be too late, because then it'll be back in the population, because we are opening up. I just don't think people should be traveling abroad right now until we fit. Listen, man, COVID-19 is one thing, but a black fungus that's gonna make my nose fall off is a whole nother. Now, goddamn it, COVID done went too far. I said this shit when I did that story and told you that COVID can stay in your genital areas for men. COVID can stay in your penis even up to 6 months after the infection. They're still finding COVID in men's penises. They're still finding the virus in the penis, just hanging out in the penile cavity. Okay, so I mean, COVID is affecting. Oh man, it's affecting men's genitals. Now it's making people eyes and noses fall off. Man, they said they had to make your jaw fall off. Can you imagine catching COVID-19 and by the time it's over, your whole goddamn bottom jaw just fall off? You go to scratch your chin and the whole goddamn jaw just come out of your hand, man. This is just too much, man. This is too much for people to. This is too much for me to deal with, man. I can't. India just had to muck it up, man. It would be India. God damn, China had their variants. UK had their variants. We had our variants here in America. Everybody that had their share of their variants. And here comes India. They say, God damn it, West Africa, UK, America, you think, let me show you. You ain't seen nothing yet. Let me show you what we can do. Okay, COVID-19 again is one thing, but having a goddamn virus that can make your limb fall off, take your face off is another, man. I don't know what the hell I do if I get sick and don't know I got this COVID-19 variant, which is the black fungus variant, and I go to blow my damn nose, and when I pull the goddamn tissue away, my whole nose is in the goddamn sky. Right? I go blow my nose with some goddamn Charmins. I pull the goddamn tissue away. My nose that fell off in the damn Charmins. I would lose my god. Man, could you imagine that? Could you imagine going to blow your nose and you blow your nose off? Because that's what it sounds like could potentially happen, because this rots your shit away. It's saying that India's death toll can also top 1 million by July, right? They're looking at having 1 million dead in India. That's almost double what we got. That's almost double. And this is like they done had 500,000 people dead in like a couple months time, right? Because they were already only at like 500 some thousand before this shit started to take off in India on the second wave, right? They were close to 500,000 when the second wave hit. They're about to have, that's for the whole year and a half that we've had coronavirus. For the whole course of the outbreak, they only had around 500,000 deaths. They're about to have 500,000 deaths in a matter of a couple months. So that lets you know how much more infectious and how much more dangerous this new variant is. So I don't know what the hell is going on in India, but I would say that this is very, very disturbing news. I'm gonna keep an eye on this shit, but like I say, man, now if we gonna talk about the vaccine or a goddamn COVID-19 that could take my eye and my nose and my mouth could fall off, then I might take my chances of getting the vaccine. Now we talking. This is some shit that's gonna push me toward, okay, I could deal with the other shit. I'm like, okay, whatever, COVID-19, good immune system, boom. But we talking about some shit, a disease that can start making like I go to take a leak and my whole thing just fall off in the toilet. What the fuck? Oh my god, baby. Nah, man. I can't deal with that, man. I might have to really seriously. I'm gonna keep a real close eye on this story, because if that motherfucker hit America, man, goddamn beam me up, Scott. I might give myself the damn vaccine. Shit crazy. 1,000 corpses. So I mean, this will start making people starting to think about, because this affects people with already compromised immune systems or autoimmune diseases. Man, a lot of people gonna need to be careful. A lot of people just need to start being more mindful. I appreciate y'all coming through here, man. I'm gonna try to keep y'all up to date. Like I say, man, just look out for the black fungus. If you start getting a cough, or you start feeling headachy, and you start feeling sick, and you start seeing black shit growing on you, you start seeing bruises that you think is a bruise, you need to go to the doctor immediately, right? I just read y'all the damn for the rhinocerebral strand that affects the sinus in the brain. The side effects are, the symptoms are headache, one-sided facial swelling, nasal and sinus congestion, black lesions on the nasal bridge or upper inside of the mouth that quickly becomes more severe, and a fever. That's for your head and your brain. Now, the one that affects the pulmonary, which is the lungs, right? The black fungus that affects the lungs, you're looking at symptoms of fever, cough, chest pain, and shortness of breath. And then you got the one that affects the stomach, the gastrointestinal tract, right? The black fungus that infects the gastrointestinal tract, you have it abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and gastrointestinal bleeding. I mean, if you're bleeding in your stomach, you know you're gonna be bleeding out your butt. So if you if you go to use the toilet and you see some blood, if you a dude and you go to wipe and you see some blood, you know it ain't that time of the month. You need to go see a doctor, man. If you coughing and bleeding out your butt, this might be time to go to the hell, man. Even if you don't got the black fungus, if you cough and blood come out your ass, you need to go see a doctor ASAP. You know, you did. Hey, man, if you go to sneeze and some blood shoot out your ass, it's time to go to the doctor, bro. I can't, man. I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm just saying, man, you get the fucking drift. Do you? You do you? If I go to goddamn, if you sneeze and I say bless you, and you got blood in your drawers, nigga, you got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Nigga, you need to go put a tampon in your ass and run to the goddamn health department ASAP. That's all I can tell you, man. You need to go in there and say, baby, let me hold one of your tampons. No, goddamn, don't worry. Give me one of the goddamn tampons. I'll be back. You know, you might need to let her drive because you probably gonna have to lay on your stomach in the back seat. If your butt start bleeding, your ass probably gonna hurt you because you ain't gonna want to sit on your ass. Black fungus is already a disease that was in India and that was already that already existed. So it ain't like black fungus is some new disease. What it's saying now is that somehow maybe the COVID has linked. You remember, if y'all don't look at the reports I do, man, y'all don't look at none of the goddamn videos I drop. If you go look at that COVID-19 video, in that report that I did, it specifically said one of the ways the COVID-19 can mutate is that it can link up with another virus that is not the COVID-19, right? It can link up with an outside virus, and those two viruses can combine and wind up causing a mutation into the COVID-19. So this is how all viruses work. This is why it is important to try to eradicate them and not let them spread so much, right? Because if one virus links with another virus, it can cause a whole nother mutation that's almost like a whole different virus. It causes a whole array of problems and symptoms. That's why they're saying the more it spreads, the more it mutates, the more chance it has of the vaccine potentially not working on them, right? So black fungus already existed in nature. That was some type of disease that people got already that would existed. But now, if for some reason, which they don't understand yet, is the goddamn COVID-19 in India seems to be triggering and causing that. But I did read a scientific report, and I went through that motherfucker. It was probably about 2,000 words long, right? I read that whole shit, and one of the spaces in that science said, I think it's called, I don't want to fuck it up. I forget the name of it when the two viruses can combine, and basically that can cause a mutation. Yeah, but you know, it's a lot of strands of many different viruses. It's like the flu. It's so many strands of the flu. You just don't know because everybody go get their flu shot. But that's why you got to get a flu shot every season, because the flu virus changes and mutates all the time, right? The flu shot from the prior season of the flu last year is not going to work. Potentially, it won't even work for the flu the following year. So that's why people have to always go get their flu shot, which I think this vaccine for the coronavirus, this COVID-19, might wind up turning into that scenario. And people go get their flu shot, and I think I've got my flu shot before also. So I guess the people that get flu shots won't have such a big deal of going to get this vaccine when it's time. If it turns to that, I think I won't have a big deal neither, because like I say, if it's going to be some shit where my nose can fall off, then I'm probably going to go the vaccine route and take my chances with that. Keeping an eye on this. Like I say, it came from India, now it's already in the UK. Yeah, so like I say, man, so all viruses mutate, and that's something that they do in nature. Even if it's a man-made virus, once nature gets a hold of it, it's going to have that same ability and capability, right, as we can see. But it could be that if it's a man-made virus, not a virus from nature, that it would probably be better at adapting and doing it than a regular virus that may have came from nature, which is another reason I'm leaning toward this was made in the lab hypothesis. As this shit keeps going, keeps mutating, and keeps getting better and better and adapting, especially if it's not from nature, if it's some type of super shit they done made in the damn lab, this could be the tip of the iceberg, right? We're just looking in. That's what I said from the beginning, watching all this shit unfold. It's like, okay, once I seen the mutation starting so rapidly, and then it seems like, you know, usually a virus can have a mutation which makes it weaker and less effective, and then you can get rid of it. It's not a guarantee that a virus that's made in nature, when it mutates, is always going to have a good mutation, right? A lot of times viruses come out, and how we get rid of it, and they wind up just, you know, not becoming a major problem because they mutate, and then they fuck around and get a bad mutation, and then they kind of die off, and we don't have to kind of worry about it. But if you got a super virus that may potentially have been created in the lab, maybe they have tweaked and worked on that to where this virus may never have a bad mutation, and it's only going to grow stronger, right? It's prone and it's genetically modified to grow stronger and get better, right? So when you're dealing with that's why it's important to know, is this shit made in nature, or is this shit made in a lab? Is it man-made? Because then we'll know how to attack it and what to expect from it. But if you're dealing with a virus that's never going to have a bad mutation, and every time it mutates it's just going to get better, then you can see the problem with that. That's the other shit I did on my community tab. Make sure y'all go take them damn surveys on the community tab. I got polls up. One poll is, do you think the virus is man-made or nature-made? Did it come from nature or man? The other poll I got up is, do you trust the police? And the other poll I got that I need you to take is, do you believe that racism is a problem and needs to be addressed in America? Poll. Y'all go do that. Please take the polls. Again, you can be anonymous. You can leave a comment so I can see your view. However you want to do it, man. You got options. I did. I know you did, Paisley. I love you, Paisley. Paisley just 100% all around supporter. Y'all need to get like her. Y'all could take some lessons from Paisley. When Paisley gonna support, Paisley support. She enjoyed doing shit like that. She say, "God damn, I like to take these little polls. Goddamn Portal. Don't you do another poll? When's the next poll coming out? I'm good at taking polls. Yeah, I know you be taking them polls, Paisley." I'm talking about the rest of these scoundrels. Go take the goddamn poll, people. Hit the thumbs up. Go take the poll. I think I might have a video of this shit. Do y'all want to see a video? I got one for you. This is what it looked like. Now, again, viewer discretion is advised. If you all queasy and all shit like that, man, you might not want to might want to turn away.
Look at this shit, man. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Look at that. Who could? I'm not fucking with that. There's no way I'm fucking with that. Oh my goodness, bro. A picture's worth 1,000 words, man. I don't know what I do. My babies I can't do that, man. If that shit hit America, Bam Bam might have to get vaxxed. That's enough to make me change my damn position. Nah, I can't deal with that, man. I can't do that, man. So listen, man, if you know you got some type of autoimmune problem, HIV, AIDS, diabetes, I guess herpes, anything that got to do with your autoimmune that's gonna give you autoimmune deficiency, cancer, anything like that, man, you need to be extra careful. You need to keep coming to the live. You need to tell your family about this shit. You need to put your family and your friends on these videos, put them on this channel, let them know that they need to come through so they can be informed, right? Because it's all good. I tell everybody that. It's all good to one of your loved ones, somebody you love and that's real close. It happens to you, and then you feel shitty, which you should, because it's going to be like, damn, I never did anything to get the information to actually protect the people I care about. Okay, so this is the reason we do these shows and we have these live streams and I drop these videos for y'all. Think about supporting the platform also and sharing the platform out, man. Watch the videos, watch the monetization playlist. I try to put each video in the right type of playlist. So if you want to get damn police brutality, if you want to get COVID-19, if you want to watch some science type shit with UFOs, right, go look through the playlist, pick whichever playlist you want. The videos are starting to be added to the playlist, and then let that shit run and get caught up on things. So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for y'all. But you know, I can only lead the horses to water. I can't make them drink, man. It's gonna be up to y'all to drink this information and take this knowledge in. Ain't nobody else dropping shit like this. I'm on YouTube. I'm in the news, nigga. I do this shit. I basically do it now as a hobby, right? So the shit that I read and I come across and I think is interesting, I share with y'all. And ain't nobody else doing these type of stories and talking about this shit. Not like this, right? I'm in the news. I'm on social media. I got almost every goddamn news outlet and organization you could think of that come through my feed, and only a few of them talk about shit like this that I think is relevant or that is going to be relevant to the people I care about, which I care about y'all. And then they talk about it for maybe a day, one little headline, and they move on, right? A lot of these stories I be having to dig for, right? I go all through YouTube channels. I've been on every goddamn YouTube progressive news show that's on YouTube. I name them all. I've been there, and ain't really nobody I heard talked about no motherfucking black fungus COVID yet. And it's not like this shit is just subjugated to India. This shit is like 2 weeks old now. I've been reporting on this a week and a half ago. So it's only a matter of time before it's here and it affects us. But you can look at that kid eyes, right? If you got a niece, if you got a nephew, if you got a son, if you got a daughter, think about yourself, right? Wouldn't you want to be informed to know what the hell's going on so you can, if it's possible, avoid this shit? I would want to avoid this shit for anything I love. Shit, I wouldn't even want that on my worst enemy. So think about coming through to the live stream and checking out these stories. But we gonna move on to the next one, man. But that shit crazy. I didn't know if you know that. That shit cray cray.